Hello, my brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heijen. I'm a proud dragon witch. This is my forest, and I love to talk about the dragon a bit more because there is so much that needs to be said. Before I continue, I just want to say to all of you personally, to all of you, with a dragon by your side, a dragon spirit, or who can feel the dragon, to all of you, I bow down for. I have all the respect for all of you. It's just the only thing that you need to do is to let your dragon be by your side so that the dragon can guide you and where you belong. With that being said, I just did an amazing ritual in this forest. Of course, this ritual is not something that I will record because it's very personal. It's something that I love to do for the dragon, and I have all the creativity because nothing that I do is being somewhere on paper, somewhere written. It's not somewhere written. It's pure creativity, pure out of my own mind. Because what I do for the dragon cannot be copied. Because I have so much respect for the dragon, and this connection that I have is so unique. So as well as yours, your entire energy is unique, and it's always connected to the dragon by your side. And you have to know everything that you do, every action, every movement, everything that you say, everything that you think is something that the dragon will eventually expect from you, because the dragon knows you. The dragons see the fire that is inside of you, and this fire can be recognized by them. So in fact, what actually you need to do is the same thing that I just did. Creativity, and just whatever you are doing is always connected to the dragon. If you are doing something, for example, if you are doing a ritual like I just did, this ritual is purely made by the dragon, and the dragon will know every movement that you will make. So the dragon eventually will move along with the movements that you are doing. So don't be unsure, don't be filled with doubt, because the dragon knows you and knows every movement that you are going to do. So this is being called the dragon dance. Whenever you are doing movements in the form of a ritual, for example, and you are moving along, then the dragon will move along with it. And together you can open the gate so that the dragon can come to you. So nowhere can you can read about rituals for the dragon or magic of the dragon, because eventually no one knows your dragon. No one in this entire world, no one knows your dragon except for you. And every dragon is unique, so it can be that you have several dragons by your side, and all of you can make a part of your dragon circle, all of you. So it can be after 10 years on the dragon's path that you will still meet new dragons, so that you will eventually meet all of them, but just one by one. It's just the same as the dragon gods. You will meet a dragon god one by one, and just the first dragon god that you will interact with will be your main dragon god. So eventually, as well as your element will also be determined by the first dragon god that you will encounter. Who is the first dragon god? What element is it? So this is your largest part. But of course, all of the four main dragon gods will eventually be a part of your dragon circle. But the first one is very important. To me, for example, it was Tiamat. And Tiamat shaped everything on my path. And also, if in my case, when my dragon came, I didn't know what to do. I was so afraid. I was actually saying that I'm going crazy for seeing all of these things. That is actually a question. I can see things, I can think things that doesn't even seem to come from myself. Am I going crazy? Because whenever the dragon came, I had all of these visions and things in my mind. I even spoke a language that I never even learned. I was inside of a different world. I mean, I was saying all the time, am I going crazy? Am I going insane? This is truly something beyond of my mind. And whenever you connect with the dragon, of course, it can be that you hear things, see things, think things that doesn't seem to come from you, but it comes from you. It only means that your draconic element or your draconic energy is being awakened. Of course, your draconic energy will have different language, different sounds, different ideas, different way of thinking, so it comes and merges with your humanity whenever your dragon is coming to you. But I have to admit, whenever I do something for the dragon, so a dragon dance, for example, whenever I do a dragon dance, whenever I do a ritual all determined by my own mind, I have to say I always feel kind of drained after it. And especially in the beginning. In the beginning, it was like I had 20 miles after I did a ritual. And now I did a very important ritual again. That was you cannot find it. It's not written, except in my book of Dragon Shadows that I write myself. But it means nothing for you. For you, it has to do something. You cannot copy from another brother or sister on the dragon's path. It has to come from you. Your dragon expects you to do something for them. Your dragon expects that you open the door for them, and nothing else, of course. No one else. In everyone else. That is why it's so difficult to come together in a dragon clan or a dragon coven, or say by one priest what you have to do. It's so difficult. Every dragon is different, so expect something different from each dragon, and expect something different from each follower of the dragon, from every dragon witch. So the dragon expects something from you, but not from other people. And so, yeah, like I said, I did a ritual. The ritual, the most intense ritual that I ever did was to donate everything. So whatever I did, excuse me, whenever I did the most intense ritual, and my most intense ritual many years ago, I used a knife and did like this. So, put a little blood of it, pure creativity. It's not that is written somewhere. This was actually leading to something. Of course, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. But I was doing this and put my blood on my dragon image, and I was saying the words that everything I own now belongs to the dragon, out of respect and love and connection, and that I trust them. And I was laying myself down, stretched arms, stretched legs, and just waiting until the dragon comes. I just had no idea what was going on, but I was led by my own draconic energy, my own draconic instinct. I just was letting myself be guided by it. My humanity was almost gone. It was asleep. And I was just doing like this. My blood is for you, everything is for you. So it was a blood bond that I was giving it to the dragon. And so the dragon came. The dragon came from my feet until my head. Everything was touched. It was amazing. It was going inside of my body. It was such an intense ritual. But after it, I felt so drained. And how come that some of us can be so drained after a ritual like this? Well, it's like you have, for example, a toaster. You have a toaster, you put it on an enormous power plant, you put it in an enormous power plant. Of course, the toaster is way too small for an enormous energy plant like that. That is the toaster will be overdone, overheated. It will be just too much for this little thing. And that is the same with you, because your body is human. Everything here, everything that you have is human. So if you put yourself into something like so powerful like the dragon and the dragon realm, of course, everything can be like you are. It's too much for you. It's going to be drained. But after a while, you will gain a little bit of energy back again. But it's like you've done something so much. The dragon is powerful. It's enormous. It's powerful. They are gods. They are children of the gods, and you are still a human. Your body is still a human. So you don't have to forget that you are connecting with something so powerful like the dragon, that they are indeed children of the gods and gods themselves. So whenever you are putting your inside of the where you want to reach them, the dragon, of course, it can be that it will be overwhelming to you. And that was also with that ritual. That was really, for the very first time that I felt it, it was a bit too much. This ritual that I did, like blood donation, and then giving everything away just out of respect, but also out of trust. I did this out of trust because I trust the dragon. I trust the dragon that they will respect us. They will respect everything. And that is why I respect the dragon. Respect to them, respect to us. So it's, like I said, connection to. And whenever you are doing something like this, the dragon gives something back. So it's actually an exchange of energies. Whenever you are doing a ritual, just a simple ritual, doesn't have to be so intense like that. It can be also a simple ritual, like, for example, you write something on the dragon eye or something like that. You just don't have to do it so, but creative. You just be creative. Just think about it, not too much, but think about it, or just dance together and dance with the dragon alongside with each other. Just and with every ritual that you do, don't look it up. Don't. Just do it out of yourself, because the dragon expects your movements, everything that you do. So they don't want anyone else, not other brothers or sisters, or just not from yourself. And now I mean that you yourself read from someone else. That you just do it out of yourself. The dragon expects you, so show the dragon, you yourself, who you are and what you can do. Because you yourself is also very powerful. But don't forget that you are still a human, so sometimes it can be a bit too much for us. And the dragon needs to know that as well, of course. But if you want to do a ritual, then do it out of yourself.